What up, YouTube? Oh my gosh, it's been forever since I've been on here, and I only know I got like 2 followers, but I'm okay with that. You know why? I want to show y'all something. Let me show y'all something. I don't know if you can see it, but it's my 2020 Tesla. I finished nursing school. I just completed nursing school and I am so happy. I cannot believe it. I've been wanting to post a video after I passed my final exam, and that was like an adventure in itself, because we get 3 attempts on we take a HESI we take a HESI exit exam, but that's not our final. Our final exam is actually our HESI CAT exam. So it's a computer adaptive test. So it's kind of set up like the NCLEX as much as it can be. It's by Elsevier. And it's our predictor exam. And you have to get over a certain percentage to be passing. And you get 3 attempts. And the first attempt, I was close to passing, but I didn't. And so, I studied. And which really sucks is because I've always done really good in OB. And when I took that when I took the first CAT exam, a lot of my questions were on OB. And if anybody's ever taken CAT exam type exam before, usually when they're constantly giving you the same, or not necessarily the same question, but questions on a similar topic over and over and over again, it's because you're probably missing something in that topic. You're not getting something right. And so I was like, okay, great. I studied everything but OB, and OB is what kind of jacked me up. So I went ahead and started studying again. I studied heavily on OB, and then I reviewed everything before my next exam. And the second attempt, I prayed the night before, and I prayed the day of. My children prayed for me. I went to the test. I did a prayer before starting to take that test. I took that test, and I passed. And I was so happy, and I wanted to do a post, but I was so excited that I spent all my time basically, calling my friends and my family, letting them know it's official. My graduation date is going to be November 23rd. I truly am finishing nursing school on time. Before it was hopefully November 23rd. Hopefully. But then it was official, and now November 23rd has come and gone. And I'm just so happy. I'm finished with nursing school. I took my family. We did family photos on Sunday. And I was just really happy to be out there to take my graduation / family photos, because my kids were able to see me, and with my cap, not my gown, because of course I forgot my gown. But at least I had my cap and my sash with me. So that was probably the most important, because my outfit was too cute to be covering up with a gown. Okay. And I just want to, hopefully I can be an inspiration to anybody else who is a mom working full time. I have 3 children, a husband, 2 dogs, and we're running a household, and our kids do sports. And here I am, decide to throw in the mix. Maybe we should go to nursing school at the same time, which was hard. It was stressful. I was talking to a couple of my coworkers last night. They were like, wow, Tracy, I'm really proud of you, because I remember in the beginning you were really struggling. And when they say struggling, not so much as academically. I mean, it kind of affected me academically, but I would be at work. I work night shift. I would be at work passing out, because I would go literally 3 days, 2 days, 3 days, almost 4 days without sleep. I wouldn't come home, but I would always be between work and school. Maybe I would come home to pick up the kids, drop them off, make sure they had something, and I was back out the house, getting homework done. And I was just so on the go that I had 0 time to sleep, really. And if I got no time to sleep, that was my only me time, was my sleep time, and I had no sleep time. So I'm just really happy. I want to be an encouragement, because a lot of people who want to go back to nursing school, especially if you're a parent, the struggle is you want to make sure that you go back to nursing school, and you don't want to put your family in a bind. And so a lot of nursing school programs, they don't even think about the fact that, hey, like, this school's not cheap. I have to pay for it some kind of way. And unfortunately, I have to pay for it by working. For me, it was like, I'm working to make sure I help pay my way through school. My job helps pay for my schooling. And if I stop working or reduce my hours, it's like, yeah, cool, school will be covered, but we're not eating. Or, yeah, we're eating, but I can't pay for school. And so a lot of times I think that they, like, forget that. And I just want to let you guys know, it's not impossible. It's not easy, but it is not impossible. It is definitely a huge sacrifice. It has been a long 2 years, but at the same time, looking back, I can say it's been a short 2 years, but in the process, it was a long 2 years. It was a really long 2 years. It, like, took a toll on my marriage at one point. Thank God, like, me and my husband, like, believe in God, and, like, we had to, like, pray through a lot of stuff because my husband was feeling neglected. I was feeling unsupported. My kids, they felt like nothing was different because I was physically there, even though mentally, like, I would be at these sporting events and I would cheer on my kids, but we get in the car and I was just, like, passed out. And then I'm like, I have to get home and do homework. So I'm like, yeah, I'm at home with you, but please don't ask me any questions because I have homework to do. So I'm just so happy that it's over. You guys have been saying it. If I can do it, you can do it. Just some quick tips for studying. The best thing that I could have, that I did, and it was all at the end. So I didn't do a lot of, like, practice questions in the process of nursing school because I didn't know where to go. We did have resources, but they just didn't necessarily fit my learning style. And but when we got to the end, and I think that you can use it throughout the nursing program, is if you have, like, if your school gives you, like, a NCLEX review book. My school gave us an NCLEX review book by Hesse. Review the review book has everything you need to know about the topic that you're learning on. So if you're in mental health, that section, the mental health book is like this thick. And even though ours is online, it's still this, like, a whole lot of pages that we have to do. But if you use that book, it's only this many pages. And so it's much easier to use that book if you can. And if, as you're going through the program, utilize that book, do your highlights, and, read the little hints. And so whenever you go back for testing, especially when you do your testing at the end and your finals and your midterms, you can kind of go back and look at what you've highlighted, what you've made notes in, and you can just kind of, like, look at that. That's something I did not do, and I really wish I utilized that book much more throughout the nursing program, because then I wouldn't have to be ending with such a question mark as, do I know this information or do I not? And because with my program, you cannot pass the HESIs that we had for each portion, and you could still pass as long as you, like, had all your assignments in. So it was more of a grade rather than a pass or fail. And so, like, I was learning, but I just kind of had to, like, figure out how to, like, put it all together. Another great thing is listen to Mark Klimick lectures. Changes your life. He teaches you how to actually answer these questions for NCLEX, and not just for NCLEX. If you're using ATI or HESI, he, like, tells you what they're looking for. Especially, I feel like he talks a lot more, not like super a lot, but a lot more about the differences that HESI has versus what the NCLEX wants. So it's a really good, if you can get a hold of some of his lectures, you can purchase them from him, but he allows students to, like, record, and they post it on YouTube, and I listen to those, and so a lot of people have it already broken down. So acid base, mental health, OB, everything is, like, broken down. So if you can, like, listen to it as you're going through the program, or I didn't listen to it until the end, so I listened to everything, and these are, like, 18 plus hours of lectures, but it's not a boring lecture, so that's an upside. Even though you're just listening, I would just kind of turn it on on my phone, and I would put it on my car. So as I'm driving to work or wherever, I'm just like listening to his lectures. And sometimes I'd be like, dang, I really wish I had a pen and paper or pencil with me. And so afterwards, I would kind of like listen to his lectures a second time. And I will be listening to his lectures some more before I go and take the NCLEX, which I will give you guys an update on. But it's just been so good. It's been a blessing, and I'm so happy I passed. And if I can do it, you can do it. I just want to be an inspiration to everybody. You world, utilize you world. I gotta go. Bye. BSN.